Hello, and welcome back to some Dawnbreaker Tarot today with your host Carmilla. And today our reading will cover letters and messages from our ancestors. So what we'll be looking at is what place in your life that they're currently helping you with, or what kind of difficulty they're currently helping you to surmount. And then we actually have some letters from them. I did some automatic writing and I got 4 letters and I jumbled them up and put them with whatever pile they felt most associated with. And then we have some oracle cards. We have a Mother Earth Mandala, some Chakra wisdom cards, and some Dawnbringer spiritual team intuitive messages. So I do want to show the little web that we got today for our bottom deck energy, and then we also will be using the African American tarot today to do some divining on the situation that they're currently helping you to work through. But for our bottom deck energy on the intuitive messages, we had the 9 of Pentacles with you are the only thing you truly ever always need. Respect yourself and your power. And then for the Mother Earth Mandala, we had the Chakra card, or the Chakra card. Just give you a moment to kind of like look at that. It's very beautiful. And then for our Chakra wisdom card, we had willpower and determination. I actually have a strong desire to show you the bottom one too. Oh, it's radiate warmth and sincerity. Well, the one right under that. It's very interesting. Go ahead and pause that if you need to read through those. And that's what we have on our web today. So go ahead and do whatever little witchy thing you need to do in order to get into the mood for your reading. And I, my friend, will see you there. Hello, group 1, for all of our friends who chose this very cool quartz. I realized that I forgot to show you a close-up of them during the intro. I do apologize for that, but you still knew intuitively which one you wanted. But welcome to your ancestors reading today. So today, from our ancestors, we do have a letter that they have written for us. And then we have some oracle cards that we'll get into a little bit later. And we'll get into the letter a little bit later as well. So we'll just push that to the side. But first, we want to look at what are you currently working through in your life that your ancestors are supporting you through. A lot of times we can get lost and forget that we definitely always have the support of our ancestors, or ancestral support. We literally are the product of their choices in their life and everything that they've ever been through. So they're always there, and it's always very, very important to show gratitude for who they were and what they've done for us, and for the ability for us to sit here right now today and do the things that we're doing and say the things that we're saying and be the people that we are and what we're unfolding to be. So that moment of gratitude for our ancestors, and we'll get into this reading. So let's see. What is your current sorry, like my phone camera's like really shaky on this the clip that's on. Okay. So we have the Ace of Pentacles fly out with the 8 of Cups right under it. It's really cool. These are really cool cards. Actually, let me show you upright so you can actually see it. There you go. And then the 8 of Cups. Let me actually give you a closer look at that. They're helping you to tap into your material power. They're helping you understand like your ability to plant seeds, but they're also helping you to understand your ability to not boast in a way that it's funny, because they're doing 2 things. They're teaching you how not to shrink, but they're also teaching you not necessarily not how to not boast, but to always remember that you're a person of quality, And a person of quality sees the same quality in all beings. So that's exactly what I'm getting from the Eight of Cups with this deck. And for all the cards and all the decks that I have, I usually read, or I do read, their personalities. I don't just say, oh, this is the Eight of Cups, so this is about leaving or something like that. This definitely, to me, the Eight of Cups in this deck has a little different personality for me. So this is definitely you contemplating and thinking about your goals and your dreams, and you see other people in your life already doing certain things that, you know, that how they're acquiring wealth and how they're acquiring their dreams, how they're going after them, and you're trying to understand how you can do that same thing, or how that same thing will unfold for you. And it seems like your ancestors are trying to, or not trying, they are helping you to understand that same beauty in you with the Ace of Pentacles. Look at that. That's your literal ancestors right there, you know? And they're saying that they want you to see the power and beauty within you and within me that is already present. And the money is just a byproduct of that beautiful value that is already in you. So they're saying too that it seems like there's too heavy of a focus on money itself or herself. Sometimes I like to, I'm sorry that I gender money sometimes, but I love working with the feminine essence of money. It's really cool energy. But they're saying that there's too much of a focus on money when there shouldn't be. Like it seems like you're in a position right now to where you're wondering if what you want to do or what you are doing can bring you money, or if it will be lucrative. And they're saying that you don't have to, like, they're saying that's the least of your worries, basically. That is the least of your worries. They're just saying, like, it just isn't something you have to worry about. And I'm like, why don't they have to worry about that? You know, like, okay. So we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. And then we have the High Priestess. Yeah. We have the Eight of Wands in reverse. And let me see if there's one more card. That felt like very right. Ooh. Then we have the Nine of Swords. Okay. And then bottom deck. Yep, bottom deck we have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so that makes sense to me. This makes total sense to me. All right, let me like scoot them up so you can like see. Sorry that they're all like jumbly and stuff. Okay, let's see. So the reason why you're being asked to really not worry about it is because there's something going on behind the scenes. There's something that you just can't see right now. It feels like it is attached to another person, like another being. Like there just seems like a being outside of the watcher whose presence like plays a part in this. Something's happening for them, and that's just like kind of unseen on what's happening for you right now. That is going to like almost some type of like collaboration or some type of connection that is like, or like fated or like destined to happen. So it's like it's not necessarily something that you have to worry about. That's why they're literally like, there's just, I hear them saying there's something unseen, and we're not trying to be mean to you, we're not trying to hide anything from you. There's just something unseen that is just being worked on behind the scenes, and we don't want you to think that you're not healing. We don't want you to think that you're not doing enough work. We don't want you to think these things. You're literally doing the thing. You're doing everything. You're doing what you're destined to do. You're doing the thing, basically. So don't worry so much about it. But I feel like there is a lot of worry here, like a lot of like, especially with this Nine of Pentacles over here, the way that it looks in this card, it just seems like there's a lot of worry, kind of like almost like a Seven of Pentacles energy of like there's a harvest, but it's like almost like it seems like this harvest is almost overwhelming, or like trying to figure out what can you do with all this creative energy or all this creativity or all these resources or just all these things that like live inside of you, or like wondering like how can you make a profit off of these things. That's what it feels like. So I feel like with the Eight of Wands in reverse right now, it just seems like you're kind of like being you're not being shown something, and they're not even showing me. So I can't even tell you what that is, but there's something that you're not being shown purposely because they don't want to ruin the surprise, they don't want to ruin this thing, I hear them saying. But also they're saying too over here with the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Cups to not allow worry and doubt to cancel out your dreams. Don't like hold your vision, because right now the way that it seems like because you're so worried about it and you want things to kind of like happen on your term and on your time, there's almost like this fight energy that's happening over here with the Nine of Swords with the Nine of Cups. It's almost like this Nine of Cups thing is happening. Like there is like some type of like gratitude or fulfillment. There's like a sun energy here, like especially like with the person's hat. There's like a sun energy here. There's like a blossoming energy here. There's also the star energy, because the star energy is associated with this same feminine figure. Like there's definitely like a surmounting of a challenge. There's definitely a wish granted. There's definitely a moving of something. But there's just something that is being worked on behind the scenes that you can't see. Like it's like your ancestors and your spiritual team are working together in fighting for you with this Nine of Swords energy. But there seems like there's this like this fear on your part because it just seems like you're afraid of the uncertainty. So they're basically just saying don't allow the uncertainty to like kill or try to like starve off your dreams. They're just saying kind of like work on the small things that you can work on right now, because they add up. They're saying like the things that you're doing are adding up. Like all things are coming into being, I hear them saying. And you have a 9, you have 3 of the 4 9s out here, you know what I'm saying? So you're definitely completing, or in the cycle of completing. Your energy is very, very strong, and they're very, very protective of you. They're very, very interested in seeing what you do with these energies that are being given to you. They really, really want to see the legacy that kind of like rolls out of who you are. It's like literally what I'm saying here is this is supposed to be this Eight of Wands with the Ace of Pentacles energy is supposed to be a Ten of Pentacles energy. It is becoming a Ten of Pentacles energy, but whatever over here that's going on behind the scenes is it holds that last pentacle, right? So this is your energy over here with the Nine of Pentacles, and whoever that other person is too. It seems like they almost have like a page energy to them, where they have like that last, like a Page of Pentacles energy, where they have that last page. That they have that last pentacle, or they have that last page, to your story to kind of like close this chapter out. It's just like whatever needs to happen for them needs to happen for them, because this is more about like the collective energy that's happening and not just only yours. But there seems to be some type of like collaboration, some type of like sharing of I'm hearing sharing of identities. It's almost like you and someone else are kind of like being pushed together, or like there's this like fated experience happening between you and someone else that like your ancestors are guiding, and you're being asked to work on the things right now that you can work on. Like this, it's like this High Priestess energy. It's like she's saying like, I see you toiling, it's like she's like looking right over, you see, like she's like looking right over at this person like, yes, I see you working, I see you toiling, but there's still one more piece to this puzzle. What's under this? Oh yeah, the Ten of Wands, of course. There's still more, there's still another piece to this puzzle. that is being left unseen. Anytime I try to like go any further past the energy that I'm being presented with, it's just like immediately like there's a halt. There's a halt, and this is like unseen, like leave this unseen, because this is, just allow this to play out naturally, like allow this to be unseen, like allow this to be like magical, like don't try to like force yourself to have an answer or jump to a conclusion before you actually have the real answer or have the real conclusion. Wow, that's a really, really cool energy. It's like you're definitely, there's definitely a transforming of a lot of energy here. Like you're transitioning from like one state of being to another, and I don't mean it's a healthy thing too. I don't mean like it's like a death thing. It doesn't feel like that. But I also feel like here with this high priestess energy as well, there's this sense here that this broken sword that she has, it's almost like there's this energy of her like preparing it or like repairing it, but there's also energy here too of like no weapon formed against you shall prosper. So it's almost like she's saying too, like no matter how crazy or volatile these energies over here get, like there's nothing that's going to hurt you or harm you. You are protected. There's nothing that's going to get in the way of this. So all your challenges that you have been working on and working through have all been part of this energy. They've all been part of this growing, this shedding. And I honestly feel like too, she has like this last sword, for this to become a 10 of swords, for that true shedding, that true like metamorphosis energy, that true rising up, kind of that phoenix out of the ashes energy. But it feels like this is a situation that is going to come to completion through love and through ease and through grace. Like it's going to come through a very rejuvenating and replenishing experience. It does not feel like the 10 of swords energy is going to be something that is going to like really take you out, or like be like, oh, I'm done, I can't do this anymore. It feels very empowering and very invigorating. It feels very replenishing. It feels like a deep replenishment or some type of deep rest. But again, I don't feel like an actual death energy. Sorry about the phone. Yeah, I'm not feeling any type of like death energy. It feels like maybe like the death of an old cycle, but it feels like a deep replenishment, because I feel like you have been in this process of shedding, of dying, like an old piece of you dying, and for a long time. I feel like you watch tarot readings and they say that a lot. I feel like you probably get frustrated by saying that, because you're like, okay, I've already been in these energies. Like, how long does this take? And it just feels like this is a cycle of shedding. It doesn't feel like it's just kind of like some one and done thing. It feels like a shedding that is happening over an increased amount of time, so that you can really land where you need to land, or like get to where you need to be. This definitely feels like a very forgiving energy. This feels like a very like merciful energy, but it also feels like a very taxing energy. It's funny how it's like the same thing. It's almost like someone here who's like transforming very, very thick, very dense themes in their life. And you want to atone for these things, but you're actually being shown mercy and gratitude instead, because it's like there's another level of elevation that's happening, to where they want you to understand that like you're not, like, challenges in your life are not some type of divine punishment. It's just really transforming. It's having these things work through you in order for them to be transformed through the human experience. And I feel like that's what they want you to know the most. Like, this is a very merciful, very forgiving energy. But it's almost funny too, because like when they see you toiling and going through very, very deep, dense energies, they feel for you, and they love you so much. But it's almost like they laugh a little bit. They're like, look at this. Like, You are so much more than what you seem or what you like to play as if you are. There's like, you're not gonna die, this work is not gonna take you out, basically. Like, they laugh at the thought of you thinking that you're not powerful enough to surmount whatever these energies or these challenges are. So it's a really cool energy. I really, really like that. You're being prepared for something very, very beautiful. I feel like you have, like, if you want a family in the future, that is definitely a thing that's happening. I feel like you're definitely being prepared. You are someone, whoever's watching this is being prepared to heal through family. You're healing through family, like you're working through family trauma and family, like generational curses and stuff, through the way that you raise a family, is what I'm hearing. So this pentacle energy is huge for you, I feel like, but there's something in your mind and your mental state that has to transform. Like, there's a stronger foundation that has to be built, because the energy that is there, that is present for you, is like, there's definitely like children here. It's like definitely childlike energy, and they want to see you raise your children in a way that they couldn't raise their children, in a way that feels more freeing and more open, and just like a new legacy, like new light, like new understanding of yourself as a human being, and existing. They want you to be able to teach from an empowered state and raise your children from an empowered state. So I honestly feel like they're just saying, don't worry, because these things are working through you in their own time, so that you are prepared for teaching these things to your own children in the future, teaching these things to your family and your community in the future. You have a big future energy, like big future energy. Like, I honestly feel like you're surmounting a lot. Oh, that's so funny too, because I felt like there was like this like page energy here too, or almost like too, like a offering. And I love how that energy is coming through, of like emotional healing and love. And even though we don't have the Knight of Cups out here, I honestly feel like there is that energy there. Like, someone has these last components. It's almost like they have like a magician energy too, where they have like these last things to like bring into your life, to like walk you through this transition. You're definitely expecting to be healed through more challenge and hardship. It's what you're expecting, but they're literally saying no. Like, stop expecting that. Like, stop worrying about it. Like, just do whatever it is that makes you happy right now. Do that, because this is completely what you think it is, and what you think you're seeing is, as truth, as, oh, I need to be punished or something like that. It's not truth. This high priestess is coming through very strongly and saying that what you're seeing, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Like, it's not whatever you think of as like punishment and atonement, and I have to do right by my ancestors. They want you to know that it's not. They don't want to see you go through hardships and challenges repeatedly just to learn something. They're like basically saying, we did that for you. We've already done that. That's not what we have prepared for you. That's not the destiny that we have prepared for you. That's not what we want you to do. That's not what we want your family to go through. That's not what we want this other person to go through. It's like, you're facing some of these challenges and hardships now because there's a lot of mental melting and molting that's happening, but the healing that is coming in to help transition you from one space to another is very, very replenishing. It's very, very deep, like a very deep emotional cleansing and healing that feels very, very full. It feels like it's just full of beauty and ecstasy and pleasure. It feels really, really nice. So I love this energy. This is a fire energy, group one. So let's get into your oracle cards. So let's tap into your chakra wisdom cards and see what energies your ancestors are bringing through and what chakras they want to highlight for you. So we have, communication. Yeah, I love how you have communication. Then we also have the Eight of Wands out here as well. I feel like the Eight of Wands energy is kind of like that representation of like, kind of like this block communication, but it's like for your own good. And then there's also like this Two of Wands energy here too with that. So I love that. So let's get into this. We have the fifth chakra, the throat chakra, with communication. I communicate openly and honestly to express my thoughts and feelings clearly. I share my inner knowledge freely with integrity and without fear. My aim is to be fully understood by others. I am open to giving and receiving praise, and I will be careful not to talk excessively and make it all about me. I create space in my conversations for others to communicate with me. I inquire about others' thoughts and feelings as listening to their truth can be uplifting. Yeah, it's like you definitely have like a teacher, counselor, healing type energy. So I love how they're coming through with that fifth chakra because it just feels like you're a leader and you're going to be like using that. You're just going to be using that fifth chakra like a lot, You're going to be using that fifth chakra like a lot in your family dynamics and in however you use healing to heal yourself, to heal others. Your fifth chakra plays a huge, huge part in that healing. And some other, like the way the other person is going to come in and to help replenish you too, it feels like their fifth chakra energy is being worked on as well. It's very interesting how another person's energy is coming through. I didn't mean for this to be like some type of romance, reading, but. And then let's see your second chakra card. We have well-being, second chakra, sacral chakra. I honor and respect my body by giving it what it deserves to thrive. I provide myself with the best of food, exercise, water, relaxation, therapeutic treatments, and thoughts. I only consume foods and liquids that were designed by nature to be in my body. I stimulate my body's energy flow with exercise. I make time to rest, as stillness and tranquility are vital to keep my mind and body rejuvenated. So I love how they're coming through with this energy of like, take care of yourself during this time. That's the kind of focus on the small things. That's the best thing that you can do right now because there's just something happening behind the scenes and you're not going to know what that is until it's time. So they're just like, take your time with this. Don't worry too much about it. And, just keep it going. Just focus on the small things right now. And then our Dawnbreaker Spiritual Team Intuitive Message, we have the Queen of Cups with I need to say, my body is designed to experience pleasure, deep pleasure, connection, and healing. Deep pleasure, connection, and healing make me happy. See, that's what I was saying. Definitely being prepared for a healing experience that's very, very deep and very tantric, I'm hearing, and like it's very it's very good. It's very delicious. In our last card, we have the House of Colors with number 21. So there's a lot happening here. It's just like there's a lot happening behind the scenes. There's just a lot that is going on. There's a lot of emotional healing happening here. There's a lot of just this is definitely the group of like healing, like emotional, like deep healing. But I want to go ahead and go into the book and read the little passage for the House of Colors, and then we'll get into your letter, and then we'll wrap up this reading. Do you ever feel like you live in between two worlds? In one of them, you are trying to be the best version of you with all the stress. Whoa, hold on. In one of them, you are trying to be the best version of you with all the stress and frustration that comes along. I could be a better parent, a more friendly person. Why do I have these crazy feelings? The list of one's twists can be long. Fortunately, you can travel at any time to another world where all these worries fade out. It is a world of colors, a world where you are able to see the bigger picture and understand that each effort, challenge, and achievement is part of the universal plan. A world where all you ever wish for can happen by magic if you decide to go for it. Now, you have the choice to see the world in black and white or to just bring your own colors and light. See, that's literally a confirmation of what we were saying earlier. Focus on the small things because it seems like you're going through stuff that's really challenging, but it's really meant to grow you and build your foundation and just kind of like bring you into this higher sense of knowing, like transitioning from one state of being to another. So I love how that just kind of like came through to reinforce that energy. And let's get into your letter from your ancestors. Let's see what you have. Dear our beautiful descendant, cry it out, baby. Go ahead and cry. But don't you let this mess rob you of your joy. You are so precious, baby, so precious. You stand on the shoulder and backs of giants, of greats. Rest in the gratitude of that. Do you understand how many mistakes, victories, tragedies, chances, and opportunities it took so that you can stand where you are? The amount of love making, connections, honesty, adventures, and courage it took to get you here is inconceivable. Whenever you feel down, try calling on us. Reflect on our beautiful lives. You are the precious gold that was born out of our magic, our experiences, our fight, our love, and our choices. And don't you ever forget that. Ever. I know it is hard, baby, but one day it will all make sense. One day you'll realize what it was all for. The same way we feel when we look at you. We love you so much. We are so thankful for you, so blessed by you. We're in awe of the love, power, and magic you continue to create in this life and on this journey. So enjoy, baby. Please do. We wouldn't have you any other way. Love, your ancestors. So that's a really sweet message. That's really sweet. I like that a lot. So that is all I have for you today, Group 1. I really hope that if this message was meant for you, that it was able to reach you. As always, if the message did not resonate, that is okay. Go ahead and take what did, and the rest will absolutely fall away. You are not responsible for holding on to anything that is not yours. If you did enjoy this video, you can go ahead and hit it with a like, and you can also consider subscribing because that does help me flourish, and plus you'll know when new messages arrive, so that's always really fun. But that is all I have for you for now, and I really hope to see you next time, Group 1. Bye! Hello, Group 2, for all of our friends who chose the Celestite. And I just realized that I did not actually show any close-up of these, so I do really apologize. I didn't show a close-up in the intro, but you were still able to pick up on your friend intuitively, your message intuitively. So today we will be getting into our messages that we have received from the ancestors today. So what we're going to do is we're going to use tarot to kind of look at what challenge or where you are in life that they're helping you to surmount, or what are you surmounting. And then we have a letter from them for a little confirmation of what they're doing in your life. We have some chakra wisdom cards that are going to tell us what chakras that they're helping you to work with, or they're focusing on right now. An intuitive message from my spiritual team, and a Mother Earth mandala just for extra confirmation. So we'll set those to the side for now, and we will get into these energies. But before we do that, I just wanted to say and express so much love and gratitude for our ancestors. They literally paved the way. Everything that they've ever been through has been for us to sit here and be who we are today. So take that moment to realize all of the beautiful, intricate choices and things and twists and turns and love and fate and all the little things that had to happen in order to get you here today. There's a lot. So it's just nice to kind of take that moment to realize and sit with that energy. So let's get into it. What challenges are you going through right now? What are you surmounting, and how are your ancestors supporting you through this? What are they doing for Group 2? There's a flip. A flip usually means that there's some card in there that just wants to be facing a different way. This card, we have the King of Cups in reverse. Then we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, interesting. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Ooh, there's more cards in here. We have we have the Page of Cups in reverse. We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. That is very interesting how that is coming out. And then we have the Four of Swords. Okay. And then for some reason this card wants to come out too. Let's just take a peek. It's the Eight of Pentacles. So we'll sit the Eight of Pentacles up here and see what message it has for this reading. And bottom deck, we have the King of Pentacles. Interesting. That is very interesting. Okay. No, I love the ancestors so much. Trying to like get all these cards to like so you can see them. All right, so definitely there's an emotional healing going on everywhere in here, and I'm not surprised because I feel like all of our ancestors do so much in our lives to kind of like help us connect with something outside of mistakes and guilt and tragedy. I feel like they try to challenge us in ways to kind of like push through some of the more challenging things in our life, because they're like, have you seen what we've been through, you know? And they don't want that same pressure on you, but they want you to understand that you can and you will survive and you will make it. So I feel like this is like, it's beautiful because what I'm seeing here is this is how they see you. You know, I love how right under that we have the Three of Pentacles, and you know, I just want to show you. Right under that we have like the Three of Pentacles, and it's just like, this is how they see you in your future, you know, like this is what you're like working towards, this King of Pentacle energy. This is another group that I feel like is working through a lot of past trauma, especially childhood trauma here. With the King of Cups and the Page of Cups in reverse, I feel like there's like a lot of emotional trauma here from the past. There's like a lot of emotional instability. I feel like there's a lot of lack from your childhood, especially like emotional lack. Like there just wasn't like enough connection. Like there wasn't a lot of like love connection. Everything was kind of like more tough lovey and more like, you know, you had to like work very hard to be like praised or recognized. And even if you were praised and recognized, you can do one thing and then that one thing can like completely shift how someone talked to you or how somebody treated you. And it seems like you're working through that energy. It seems like you are in this essence of taking your life back. I feel like with this Four of Swords energy over here, with the Ten of Swords energy in reverse, you are taking steps to take your life back and to take power of your life back into your own hands. Because I feel like what is happening over here with this Eight of Pentacles and this King of Pentacles energy is that energy is you regardless of gender, right? I feel like there's a lot of healing and abundance that's going to happen for you in all aspects. That you'll be able to share and give to others. But right now you're just in the midst of that working. I'm hearing you're still working. You're still working. And they want you to know too that just because you're still working does not mean that there will not be bits and pieces of fulfillment throughout your journey. Because I see here there's someone who's working towards one big thing. So they're working towards this big King of Pentacles release, you know, like the big thing, the big one. But there's also these very beautiful experiences interwoven throughout your journey that are just as healing and just as satisfying. And they want you to know that those things are happening too. You don't have to be so focused on the end of the journey. Basically, this is one of those enjoy the journey, enjoy the journey, you know, and don't be so fixated on the destination in type readings. I honestly feel it sounds cliche, but I mean, they're saying we literally went through the same thing, you know, like that's what I hear them saying, you know, like think back to your ancestors and all the trauma and all the challenge they had to go through, but then look at how it ended up, you know, like look at some of the people within, you know, your community, you know, and look at some of the people who they have all these challenging stories, but they're in a position now that they can live comfortably and they can turn around and teach you through all those challenging stories. This is another group too where I feel like this will probably transcend all the readings, where they don't want you to think that challenge is the only energy that you can grow through. They want you to know that you can grow through emotional healing. You can grow through peace, grace, mercy, ease, love. They want you to know that you have to trust that on your journey, no matter how hard it may be or seem, that there are beautiful, beautiful instances and times and pockets throughout your life where you will grow through beauty, through trust, through being nurtured and loved and held by your community and other people. Because there's this fear here that, like, you have to keep working in order to get to where you need to be. And they're like, yeah, you're going to keep working. Yeah, obviously you're going to keep doing the work. But work is not work and no play. They want you to know that, like, you have to take a rest sometimes. You have to, like, relax sometimes, because it feels like you're over here with the Five of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. You're struggling really, really, really hard to get out of this Five of Pentacles energy, and it feels very, very like a money focus or like satisfaction focus, but you're aspiring to the King of Pentacles energy, and anything that is lesser than the King of Pentacles energy, you don't fully absorb it. Like, you can't take in the full gratitude of that, because you're so focused on the end result. Like, you want the big one. Like, you want the end of the journey. Basically, you want to reach the end of the journey, and your ancestors are saying, I'm sorry, but you are very far from the end. You still have a lot of beautiful things to do in this world, a lot of beautiful people to meet, a lot of beautiful ideas to share, and a lot of things to craft and create and destroy and craft and create again. It's very, very interesting energy. I feel like they're all, like, all the piles are always so interwoven. But this is definitely, there's a focus too on, like, healing your own community. I feel like if you are watching this reading, you're probably someone who is taking the initiative in your own life to kind of like heal generational trauma and offer generational healing in space. But I feel like there's this energy here with the Five of Pentacles paired with the Six of Pentacles, where you feel down and out and feel like you're struggling because you want so bad to be this King of Pentacles so that you can come back to your community and give back to your community in a large way. You want to give money. You don't want to just give, only words of advice or words of encouragement. You want something material, something tangible that you can give back to your community. You want to put money into your community. You want to put some type of revenue. You want to put some type of, like, a flow, like a tangible material flow into your community and into your own life. And I feel like you're struggling to see right now the beauty and the gift that is you, that you're already offering. The things that you're sharing, the person that you are, the way that you're healing, and people get to watch you heal, the people that are around you who get to watch you heal and upgrade yourself. They take a lot more from that than what you know. And your ancestors want you to know it's not only the money that's going to offer this healing. It's your magic, it's your passion, it's your initiative, it's your drive. It's so much more about you than it is the money. And I feel like all of our powers are going to have a similar essence to that as well, where, like, your ancestors are like, listen, do not focus on the money. Money will flow. She always does. Don't focus so much on her. Focus on how you are being and how you're communicating as a human being. How are you responding to other people in your life? How are you responding to your challenges? Are you allowing yourself space to be fallible? Are you allowing yourself forgiveness? Are you looking at yourself realistically? But also, are you trusting the magic in our very, very limitless, boundless universe? A very, very beautiful energy that's coming through for you, group 2. Your ancestors want you to know that they really, like, they see you working. You got it. You're doing it. It's not like you don't really have to worry so much as you think you do. And also, they don't want you to think that you have to be trapped on this struggle bus in order to reach some form of fulfillment. Like, no, they want you to know that you can rest too. And there are always going to be these pockets, or these higher pockets of love and of fated experiences, parts of your destiny just coming through through all your twists and turns, there will always be some type of healing, some type of replenishment. There will always be challenges in your journey that you'll have to surmount, and they're always going to be there for you. Your ancestors are always going to be there for you, always helping with this healing. They're always going to try to help with this healing. Always. They're not going to try, they are. I feel like there's a heavy dose of protection here too. Like, you're definitely protected, and they really want you to know that, like, not even you can stop the beauty that spirit or God already has set up for you. Like, there's this energy here too of, like, you feel like if you don't do this healing, or if you don't do it the hard way, or do the really, really hard thing, that makes you a coward, and that makes you someone who is avoiding healing or avoiding emotional healing or something like that. And your ancestors are literally saying, no, that is not how this works. You are very courageous for even thinking, that you can transform the world and do this thing, because there's a lot of people out there who wouldn't even give it the time of day to think. And that's not to say anything bad about them. It's just simple as that. You have the courage to face this and even challenge this. You have the courage to say, I can transform the world radically. You have the courage to say, I can do this thing. I am capable. And it takes a lot of courage to admit that to yourself, and to admit that to other people around you, especially if there are people around you who limit you based on how they limit themselves. So I feel like there's this nagging energy that your ancestors are really trying to get you to see, is that, like, overworking yourself is not going to get you to this King of Pentacles energy. Actually, a lot of times overexertion, overextending, or working over capacity is what leads to a lot of the diseases and a lot of the early life deterioration, or deteriorating that we see in our families. And they really want you to know that's not the way. We're not doing that anymore. They're like, literally, we're not doing that anymore. And the more that you push and you force yourself to work, and you force yourself to do things that feel unaligned, and you run yourself dry, the more that you're going to meet this level of resistance. Because the more they're going to kind of put a halt and introduce you to some stagnancy, it's like they're going to force you to stop. They're going to force you to pause, because they really, really need you to see that the overextending, that energy is of a time past, and that's not what we're introducing to our lineage going forward. It once upon a time served its purpose, but it does not now. So they really, really want you to, like, really understand, kind of like hone that in, that, like, working also means loving yourself, taking care of your body and your well-being, communicating with the people you love, socializing, being happy, tapping into your personal power, being confident in yourself and your capabilities. Like, you don't have to prove anything to anyone, basically. Your ancestors are saying, you don't have to prove anything to us. You don't have to prove anything to your spiritual team. You don't have to prove anything to your family, your friends, God, or spirit. You don't have to prove anything, because we see what you're doing. We see you doing. We see you being. And you don't have to prove anything. And you don't have to, like, go out of your way to prove that you're courageous, or to prove that you're doing the inner work or the emotional work or whatever it is that you're doing, and whatever it is that you're healing. You don't have to go out of your way to prove that. We see you. I love how the energy is coming through. It's a lot of energy that they're just helping you surmount. There's a lot of emotional childhood energy coming through. A lot of, like, I want to be taken seriously. I want to be praised. I want to be treated. Like, I want people to see me doing the right things. I want people to see me doing the work. I want people to know that this King of Pentacles energy lives inside of me, and I will stop at nothing to make sure that it's brought out of me. This is definitely that energy. You're working through a deep, deep sense of fear and scarcity, like a starving that is happening. Because it feels like you've been so drained or so depleted, or just so, like, almost neglected emotionally, especially, and materially. It feels like emotionally and materially you've been definitely starving or neglected, or you just never had enough, or you never were enough, or you never felt like you were enough. And that's kind of like the energy that you're working through right now. Just knowing that you, in your inner being right now, who you are does not matter what you have or have not done. You are enough. This energy lives inside of you, and it's all about the unfolding. It's all about the unfolding. So let's get into your chakra wisdom cards and see what chakra messages we have from our ancestors today and how they are helping you work on these energies. So we have spiritual awareness with the crown chakra. I love that. When my mind sways negatively, I remind myself of love, truth, gratitude, and spirit. I'm the observer of my thoughts, and I do not let them bring me down. I remind myself to have gratitude and acceptance for what is, and to have the courage of my convictions. I continually pursue a clearer understanding of spiritual truths behind all that is and all that is unfolding. I ask myself, is what I'm thinking the truth, and is it having a positive or negative impact on my life? Yep, definitely. Just trust what's unfolding right now. You don't have to like overthink or like overexert or, you know, like having a negative thought like, oh, am I doing well enough? Well, I'm not doing good enough. This healing, I'm not healing fast enough. I'm not doing the work or something like that. Is like is thinking like that having a positive effect on you or a negative one? And then our second card, we have 6 chakra, third eye chakra, with intuitive perception. I know that what my intuitive senses tell me are true. I am open to the truth that is within and around me, and I know that it is there for me to receive. I practice developing my intuition, and I know that it is a major aspect of who I am. In the stillness and silence of meditation and contemplation, I will experience and know the truth. So I love how there's like this almost demand here for your ancestors saying connect with us and connect to you, kind of connect with your inner sanctuary, your inner power. Especially since there's a lot of emotional energy here. I feel like the emotional energy, or like the cups energy, typically works with like intuitive perception, inner knowing, kind of like the somatic energy, working with the body. So I really love how we have that coming through, especially with the King of Pentacles as well, because that's like the material grounding of that knowing. Ooh, there's a lot of good energy here. Your ancestors love you so much. Ooh. And then we also have our intuitive message from my spiritual team, which says, oh, yeah, you have the Queen. You have the Queen of Pentacles. This says, I need to say, I respect and love my body. I find joy in adorning me. Yep. Absolutely. You have the King and Queen out here. This is like having that self-worth, like that self-appraisal, that self-appreciation, that self-approval that's coming through, especially with spiritual awareness and intuitive perception. Like, in order to have such a high level of spiritual awareness and intuitive perception and be so connected with it, is you have to connect with yourself. It's all self. Like, nobody outside of you can force or prompt that energy or that intuitive knowing or that perception. It's something that you use internally, and that you can express or experience externally, like picking up on people's vibes and stuff like that, or like knowing the truth that this King of Pentacles and this Queen of Pentacles is inside of you. It's just all about the unfolding and allowing that to come out, so it's like also not getting in your own way, but also connecting. And then we also have our Mother Earth Mandala for extra confirmation from our ancestors as to what they want us to know right now. So we have Oasis. Yep, that inner sanctuary, like I was saying. So let's go ahead and read the little passage out of the book for this card, because they're really potent. I really like them a lot. So we have Oasis. The study of visible sound, also called somatics, has revealed that sound has a direct impact on matter. Experiments on sand or water show how different geometric patterns are created and shift under different tones and frequencies. Other studies have shown the same kind of geometric patterns in tears. Tears of sadness, tears of joy. All our thoughts and feelings are scientifically proven to leave a physical print on our body. This is why it is so important to be kind to one another and use words with caution. Each of your actions produces an echoing sound, a resonating vibration impacting yourself and others. Create a melody to shape the world all together. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. So I love how this is like this connecting, this knowing your power, like this knowing, this interconnectedness and knowing the power behind how you talk to yourself, how you connect with yourself, how you talk to others. Because I feel like I was saying earlier, with this emotional trauma, especially from your childhood, it was all like based on this neglect and how people did neglect you, how people talked to you, how people treated you, you know. Like you picked up on it, you saw it, you felt it, you heard it. So it's like rewriting and reframing your past and rewriting these thoughts, these thoughts that negatively impact you, and also that try to force you to think that you're not healing, you're not doing the work when you absolutely completely are. So this is definitely a group about connection and like reframing and stuff. I really like that. So let's get into your intuitive message from your ancestors. What do they want to leave you with today? Your letter. You have, dear our beautiful descendants. I'm sorry it's like kind of hard to read because of the lighting. I should have used pen. Child, do you know how powerful you are? With your bones, cells, and skin, your bone cells and skin is a wealth of knowledge. Within your bone cells and skin is a wealth of knowledge. Sorry. Tradition, culture, wisdom. Research your history. Dive deep into who we were and who we still are. There is no lack of support, knowledge, magic, or resources. We are always here, willing, ready, and waiting to commune with you. Don't forget to speak with your elders, your ancestors that are still alive. It is not only us of distant history whom are your ancestors. Your mother, father, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and greats all alike are ancestry too. Learn about them. Learn about us through them. Listen to their stories, their challenge, their victories. Learn from them. Take in their abundance of life and experience. You can and will always put it to good use. And just think, one day, your descendants will seek the same guidance, the same wisdom, the same love, and the same stories from you. Connect to your power, child. Connect. That is beautiful how you got the connect letter with this reading about connection. I love that. And I jumbled these up. I did not like look at them and like purposely say, hey, like, you know, and you saw me pull the card. So I love how that is coming through so strongly with this energy of connection. It's like they just want to phone that in or like drive that home for you, that like connection is your key, you know, like connection to who you are as a person. And connection to who you are as a person really does heavily involve knowing your ancestry and what you've been through and your lineage, you know, and what your lineage has been through, knowing and seeing the signs of generational trauma and things like that. So this is beautiful, beautiful energy, group 2. So that is all I will leave you with today. I really, really do hope you enjoyed this reading. And if the message really was for you, I really hope that it got to you. If it did not resonate, that is absolutely okay. Take what did resonate and the rest will absolutely fall away. You are not obligated to carry or hold on to anything that is not yours. You know, it's a general reading, so there might be bits and pieces that are for you and bits and pieces that are not. That is okay. If you did enjoy this video, go ahead and hit it with a like, and if you would so desire, you could go ahead and subscribe as well so you know when new messages have arrived. It also helps my channel flourish and helps me in the algorithm, so I really, really enjoy that if you enjoy my essence and my energy, you know. So that is all I have for you today, and I will see you next time, group 2. Bye-bye. Hello, group 3, for all of our friends who chose the malachite, or what I like to call the boot. I do apologize for not showing the close-up of them during the intro. I completely forgot. But you knew intuitively which pile you would choose. So, you know, I trust you as you trust you, you know. All right, so today we are getting into our messages from our ancestors. What we have today is we have a letter from them. I did some automatic or intuitive channeling writing to tap into what message they had for us. We have some chakra wisdom cards to tap into the energies of the chakras that they're helping us work with or work through. intuitive messages from the Dawnbringer team, and a Mother Earth Mandala for extra confirmation. So what we'll do is set that to the side for now, and what we'll start with first is get a message from your ancestors and see like what they're working on in your life and what are they helping you to surmount. Like what type of energy are they helping you work through, like where are you currently in life and how are they being a part of that. So that's for group 3. Ooh, let's see what else we have. I feel like there's more cards in here, but let's see what we got so far. So we have 6 of Wands. Love the 6 of Wands. Oh, I love it in this deck. And then we have Death in reverse. And then we have Temperance in reverse. We had another card flip out, but I'll get a couple more. Whoa, there's interesting energy coming through here. They're already saying like, they're like, you've already won. Stop pretending like you're empty, or like stop pretending that you don't have enough space for a victory. Is very interesting energy that's coming through. They're like, there's like an interesting message coming through. From Temperance over here, there's this like energy where your ancestor wants you to come, like they want you to like embrace your multidimensionality and like embrace your own like your flow and your own wisdom, but also and like embrace your own like, whoa, that was a great whistle, but embrace, I've never done that before like that to that extent. Embrace your own intuitive energy, embrace your own like multidimensionality. I keep hearing that like there are multiple pieces of you and they're allowed to share a space. I'm hearing they're allowed to share a space. So like stop pretending that you're empty. Like stop pretending that you're not full of life. Like stop pretending that you don't have anything to give, because there are like a lot of pieces of you. With the Death right next to this, right next to Temperance, there's like this energy here, like that's saying like don't be afraid to change and just flow intuitively. Like allow your beliefs to change, allow who you are to change. Like they're saying like part of your energy, group 3, or part of what makes you an authentic person is your ability to kind of like change and shift and flow and shape shift, and what energy you need to bring. You know what energy you need to bring to something. Does that make sense? You still have another card out over here flipped over that I haven't even like turned over, but like this energy felt very abrupt. Like they want you to know very, very sincerely and upfront that it's okay to change. Like it's okay to like shift your beliefs. It's okay to shift. It's just okay to shift your being. Like it's okay to like shift how you talk. If you want to talk differently, like if you want to code switch, it's okay to code switch. Like these things are okay. Like they're saying like do what makes you feel comfortable, because living authentically is not just being one being and just being that all the way through. They're saying that there's a lot to you. There's a lot to your multidimensionality. Like there's a lot of pieces to you. Like you can go really, really deep, and there's just a lot of things that you like, and you like a lot of things that could constitute as opposites. Like you're someone who, you know, you one day you could be pretty in pink and the next day you're like completely like punk rock out, you know. And they're saying that that's okay. They're like saying like enjoy your body, enjoy your eccentricness, enjoy the energy that you just bring to something. Like you have a very vibrant, colorful energy, and there's just a lot of pieces to you, and there's a lot of things that you enjoy in the world and you like to see and experience. And they're saying like don't allow anything to like keep you away from those experiences just because of what people think, or like because people want to see you in only one certain way. Like, people want to see you as like, oh, you only do this, you know, like, no. They're also saying, like, it's okay for people to see you weak, but also don't allow people to take advantage of you in that space. But also, like witness and trust and understand the power and strength behind what it means for people to see you in such a vulnerable state, and for you to still feel safe. Like, you feel safe being in a vulnerable state. Like, you could be that lion and you could turn over your belly, but you would still be that lion. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they're saying. Like, they're saying, like, don't think that just because you have to go through some challenges in life and some things kind of bring you down and kind of like break you down, or like that breaking down is happening for a reason. It's like a process, or like a metabolization. You know, it's a breaking down energy that's like helping to break you down so that you can transform, you know? Almost, you know, almost like eating. I'm hearing like, they're like, yeah, it's like eating. Like, you know, like, it's like eating. You're breaking it down and you're transforming, you know, these nutrients and these proteins into something of use in your body. So what they're saying here. But they're also saying, like, there's like two stories which they could both apply to you, or one could apply to, you know how it resonates. But they're really saying, like, like, they're saying you have a strong entity. Like, the language, you have a strong entity. You have a strong body. Like, it's so funny how it's coming through. That's how it sounds. They're like, they just want you to know that you have a very strong body. You have a very strong soul, and your soul feels very ancient, and it feels very filled with a lot of ancient wisdom. You have a lot to share, you have a lot to give, and it's okay to show up in that space in a way that feels good for you and that feels authentic. Because they're saying, like, trying to like force yourself to be something that you're not around certain people just to make them comfortable is not the way, and you know how that looks for you. Like, oh, I'm just going to dress this way because these people want me to be, you know, professional, or they want me to look a certain way. And they kind of like want you to challenge that a little bit. Like, who are the people in your lives who like want you to look a certain way? And like, are you dressing that way because you want to, or are you dressing that way because of fear and some really old indoctrinated, like, you know, crazy stuff that doesn't make sense, you know? Like, they really, really want you to like just be the person you want to be. And if that is Marilyn Manson one day and, you know, Snow White the next, you know, like, they're really coming through with that energy. Like, just be who you want to be, have fun, like allow yourself to enjoy and experience all the vibrancy that life has to offer. So let me turn over this card and see what energy we have. We have a Tower. Yeah, like, I honestly feel like there's just like a huge change, you know, like, like tapping into that that multidimensionality that you have, like transforming, like really ridding yourself of these really, really old beliefs, even spiritual beliefs. Like, it seems like you're like in this process of like climbing the spiritual ladder, and it just seems like you just have so much victory over. Oh my God, it just feels like a huge win for you right now. Like, this Tower energy does not have anything scary or like, you know, this just feels like you intuitively have been trusting for a long time to allow the universe to work in your life in the ways that you can't. Like, the things that you can't do on your own as a human being, you surrendered to the truth and the trust of the universe and a being kind of like outside of yourself. No matter how like scary or challenging it may seem, you kind of like put yourself in a position to where you're like, man, I don't have a choice because I want to grow, I want to be better, I don't want any of this other crap anymore. You know, I'm not interested in faking That's what's coming through you. You're not interested in faking. You're not interested in wearing masks. You're not interested in putting on multiple masks for people. What you're interested in now is just showing up and being the person that you want to be around, you know, everybody. And that's whatever that looks like for you, you know, like whatever that looks like for you. Let's see what other cards, what other energy that we have out here. King of Pentacles. And we have the Hermit, and we have something else too. We have the Hermit. We also have Justice and the Ten of Cups. So I will take them. It's the bottom deck energy in here. We have the Queen of Swords. Yeah. Queen of Swords with bottom deck energy. I was like, I know there's a bottom deck energy, but I feel like I have to shuffle for her. You know? And it felt very like a very strong, like, type like feminine energy too. It was just funny. All right. So this is how it feels. This is how it's resonating. I'm placing the cards where they want to resonate, or where they're resonating. All right. Ooh, group 3. You definitely have been through a lot, and it seems like you've been running in circles. With this King of Pentacles in reverse, with the Hermit, I honestly feel like for a long time you kind of been running in circles. Like you've been doing some soul searching, and then like you came back to square one. It's almost like you're chasing, or you were chasing, this King of Pentacles energy, like that material satisfaction, that like I made it, that release, that relief. And kind of like death's energy, like kept putting you through all these hoops that you had to meet, and it just feels like death just kept setting the bar higher and higher and higher and higher. And it feels like death is asking you too to, like, if there's still some like unhealed ambitious energy that you have, to kind of like let that go. And what that means is to sit with the energy, cry it out, scream it out, love it out. Just love yourself all the way up, basically. Because you seem like you're a very ambitious person. You're very driven, and there's just a lot that you want out of life. But again, with this pal, like with all pals, I feel like our ancestors are coming through and kind of like saying, let money take a little bit more of a back seat, because it's not something that you have, like, money is not the end goal. It's not the focus. Money is something that is going to flow into you and flow out of you, so that you can give and receive. You know, money is a beautiful energy, is a beautiful tool, but they don't want your focus to be only on the money. They want the focus to be on your mental stability, your emotional stability, your passion in expressing your spiritual nature and your spiritual light, having a spiritual life. And what that means is living through your heart and following your heart all the way through. This is what's coming through. This is what they're saying. That is the birthplace of this physical satisfaction and this material stability for you. Now, it kind of sucks because it feels like, I feel like this energy here of almost like a jealousy, like especially with this Queen of Swords, it feels like a jealous energy, like I have nothing, this other person has so much, how come they can't give to me, how come they can't help me, or how come like other people in this life who have a lot of money and they have a lot to give, but they're not doing right with it, and how come they have a lot of money and they have a lot to give, but they haven't had to go through the rags to riches or the turmoil or the struggle that I had to go through. And it's so funny because your ancestors are coming through and saying you are a powerful entity, and this is outside of the money for you. The money is coming. The money has its own place and time in this journey. And it seems like when I say money, there's like there's a large amount of money here. There's like, sorry, I needed a drink. There's like a large level of material satisfaction that you're hunting. Like, this is luxury. Like, this is like living in luxury. Like, this is wearing the jewelry. This is, having the car, having the clothes, having, the luxurious life you want to live. This is about being self-sufficient and self-sustainable. But they want you to know that if you got to the point to where you were making the money right now, where you are mentally, physically, emotionally, it wouldn't be sustainable. It would be overwhelming, is what they're saying. Because you're building this for something that's going to outlive you. You're building this for a legacy. You're building this for something that is going to outlive you. So there's like a balancing that needs to happen. So what has been happening is this blossoming first in your mental, emotional, and spiritual planes have been blossoming and opening and creating this abundance inside, so that even without the material manifestation of this abundance, that you're still very abundant, you're still wealthy, and you're still rich. Because the ancestors are saying, do you think that we weren't abundant and wealthy and full and rich even when we were told that we were nothing? They're saying, like, look at us. Look at all the beautiful things that we did. Look at our resilience, our resourcefulness. The things that we've been through in our lives is what made us rich. It's what made us wealthy. It's what made us abundant. So they're saying, like, the riches and all these things that you can purchase that do bring joy and happiness into your life with money and security, stability. You don't have to worry about certain things like bills or where your next meal is going to come from and things like that. They are pretty much guaranteeing that you're going to experience that. It's coming through very, very strongly, especially with the Six of Wands. It's coming through very, very strongly that you are pretty much designed and destined to experience that, because you're building a legacy outside of your own self. However, the soul searching journey cannot be skipped. It can't be bypassed, because you're building wellness and richness inside of you first, and it's just a reflection of what is happening. Your life will become a reflection of what is happening inside of you. So they're saying also, don't worry. They're also saying, don't worry about energies of fear and disappointment and doubt right now, because they're saying that you're going to experience that, and you're just being asked to just operate them and respond to them in the way that feels right to you, and work these energies through your heart. They're also saying, just really listen to your heart and follow your heart all the way through, because that is the seat or the bed of your authenticity. That is where the real you lives. So what does your heart feel? How does your heart want to open? How does your heart want to express itself? Like they're basically saying too, like, if you knew that you wouldn't be rejected and that you would be fully supported, what would your heart do? Would you just keep going? Would you transition into something new? What is it that you want to do? Seems like there's like a huge soul searching energy here, and kind of experiencing multiple pieces of yourself and not just one, and also allowing people to experience multiple pieces of you and not just one. But also they're saying that it is important that you do this in safe spaces. They're saying boundaries, because there's some people who will not be able to receive certain pieces of you, and you have the power to recognize who those people are and who those people are not. And what they're saying is, it's okay for you to set boundaries, because they're also coming through and saying that with money, boundaries are integral. You have to have boundaries, but they're also saying that money is a boundary herself. You can use money for balance and as a boundary, like a gatekeeper. So like, if you're someone who is self-employed, especially if you have some type of like spiritual business, some type of coaching business or something like that, they're saying that like, when you price yourself and when you value yourself, when you appreciate and appraise yourself, it is important to set boundaries using actual prices that you feel like will sustain you, that actually reflect what you're bringing into this transaction or this exchange. So they're really saying you have to know yourself in order for that to come about. And what they're saying is, you have to trust your multidimensionality and your power. you have to do some soul searching in order for you to get there, in order for you to know and trust your own value. So this is like building your confidence and building your personal power. And it seems like that's something you've been doing for quite some time. And I feel like there's some type of like victory coming in with that, like some type of like really, really emotional balancing. I feel like there's like this old piece of you that is dying, or like this piece of you that like chased money and material things and material satisfaction outside of the importance of everything else. Like that part of you is dying, because it's not like you're not going to be so focused on that anymore, because we have the Queen of Pentacles over here right under Death. Plus I just feel like the way the Justice card is like aimed at the King of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like that's a part of you that they're really challenging. Like they're really challenging this this level of scarcity, but also this level of entitlement, because they really want you to see and be grateful for the different aspects of life and the different energies that different people, places, and things bring to your life, and the fact that people are choosing to bring this energy into your life. And when people choose you for your services, your time, and your energy, they want you to understand that it's not you manipulating them or forcing them to submit to this transaction that's happening. They're literally choosing to spend their time, their money, their energy on you, the same way you're spending your time, your energy, your money on them. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, because there's just like this appreciating like the different levels of you that is happening here. I feel like this tower energy is coming through to kind of like topple over any old beliefs that force you to think that you have to be one certain particular way. We have the Ten of Cups out here too. There's definitely like healing, definitely like healing, but like not like baseline healing either. It's like they're saying you're gonna get everything you've asked for. You're literally going to get everything that you've asked for. You're just in almost like this transitional period. They're definitely cheering and congratulating you too. It's like I keep getting brought back to the Six of Wands and just seeing like the petals and the cheering and like the joy and happiness on everyone's face. Like I honestly feel like this energy like is coming through. Like there's definitely like they're definitely proud of you, and you have a lot in your life to be proud of. And there's definitely a balancing happening, which is very beautiful to see. Because the Tower energy doesn't give off, oh no, like you're going to be slapped off of the line, and you know, like, no, it doesn't feel that way at all. It feels like if you are at all still like doubtful of your own power or rigid or not allowing yourself to be who you really want to be, maybe that level of resistance may be uncomfortable for you. But I do feel like the Tower is actually a moment of clarity, a moment of upbringing, a moment of uplifting, of uprooting. So like if you're not super prepared to face something like that, that may be shocking or challenging for you. But I feel like for the most part, everybody watching this reading, group 3, are probably like, no, like, yeah, this is my energy. Because you're doing some soul searching, and it just seems like you're doing more and more soul searching. You have a lot of majors out here, but it's all leading, I feel like, to this fulfillment, this Ten of Cups energy for sure. They're so proud of you. They just keep coming through. They're like, we're so freaking proud of you. You don't even know. So let's get into your oracle cards. Let's get into your chakra wisdom cards to see what chakras your ancestors are helping you work with, and how these chakras are offering some healing in your life. So we have freedom of choice. Yeah. With the solar plexus, of course, they're working on your battery. You know? I have the freedom to choose, so I choose wisely, because my decisions have a great impact on how I see myself and how I feel about myself. I own, accept, and express my feelings unreservedly, and do not try to escape them with my own mind games. I have free will to choose how I respond to any situation. I choose to respond with wisdom, clarity, and understanding. Exactly how I was saying earlier, choosing how you respond, like you get to choose what type of person you are in whatever situation. Like you just have this power, and that doesn't, it's like your authenticity. Like the level of you being authentic is not you just being one static being, it's being dynamic. And then our second card we have, oh yeah, look at that power. They're working on your solar plexus times 2. Look at that. We have self-discipline with the solar plexus. My self-discipline and willpower will significantly help me in my efforts to move forward and grow. I am free of the need for the approval of others. I face each challenge with determination and courage, and I am determined to live my life to its fullest potential. I am strong and capable. My actions speak louder than my words. Yeah, exactly. Like you're very like I was saying earlier with the strength, you may be you're the lion and you may show your belly, which is the lion's most vulnerable area or spot on their body, but you're still a lion, like you allow yourself to be, or you're on a journey to, this understanding of allowing yourself to be the person in any situation that you need to be. That does take a lot of self-discipline, and knowing of yourself. So I love how you have the solar plexus energy out here, because I feel like the solar plexus is kind of like the seat of the ego, and the solar plexus works a lot with self. It's self-care, it's self-worth, value, discipline. It's that radiant thing that just kind of shines out into the world, from how, from the self, from the inner self. So it's a very, very powerful energy center. So I love how you have 2 out here to kind of reinforce this energy. And then our intuitive message from the Donberger team, we have 3 of Cups, of which I need to say, I feel safe venting and expressing myself openly, thoughtfully, and honestly to others. That's probably not thoughtfully, it's probably truthfully, but thoughtfully came through first. And I love how you have the 3 of Cups out here. That's that celebration energy, that's that community energy, that's that tribe, soul tribe energy. That's that it feels good. And I love how it says I feel safe venting and expressing myself openly. That's that multi-dimensionality energy that I'm picking up, because there's so many different parts of you that are wanting to be expressed almost at one time, and you're trying to figure out how do I be authentic if I am this over here and I'm that over there. How am I authentic if I'm a very happy person, however there's times where I just have to be kind of a bitch, that's kind of what this feels like. That's just what it feels like. And it's you're navigating, you're soul searching with the Hermit over here, navigating that. But I honestly feel you're going to come through, you're going to have some type of epiphany moment, or some type of moment of clarity where things kind of start to all come together, and you have a better balance, and you have a better understanding of what this means. I feel you have a lot rolling in tangibly too that is getting ready to shift and change, which feels really nice as well. And then our extra confirmation from our ancestors, we have mystery. Ooh, I love that. Ooh, with the Mother Earth Mandala card. So what's coming in? What is this mystery fulfillment that's coming in? That's funny, because I wonder if you, group 3, had any interest in watching another pile, because this came up in another pile. I feel you're probably wondering too, what is that tower moment, or what is this epiphany? And I love how we're mystery. So let's get, whoa, wrong number. I went to sunset. I love that. Let's see. Symbols have been used since written languages were born. All over the world, ancient civilizations have used symbols as energetic tools or gateways to understand the universe and connect spiritually with certain beliefs. This particular symbol is a crop circle found in England in 2018. Its origin and meaning are officially unknown. This piece of artwork, called Mystery, is inviting you to entrust your intuition to understand and translate the symbols you encounter every day. Whether they come from a different culture, country, or galaxy, you can connect with their original energy by being attentive to the feelings they arise within you, or reprogram them with your power of intention to raise your vibrations around you. Ooh, I love that. Was this the group that used the word reprogramming or reframing? I can't remember. Well, that's very interesting how that's coming through. The piles are so intertwined. That's so interesting. And I love so much how we have mystery coming out here, especially with the multidimensionality, like I was saying, and the soul searching. It oddly all makes so much sense. I kind of like hear the X-Files song in my head now, but it's okay. Oh boy. All right, group 3. Thank you so much for coming to this reading. I really, really do hope that if there was a message in here for you today, that it has found you and you have found it. Of course, if it did not resonate, that is okay. Go ahead and take what did resonate and the rest will absolutely fall away. You are not obligated to hold on to anything, absolutely anything that is not yours. Actually, I lied. I almost forgot your letter. Group 3. Ooh, how crazy of me. Maybe there's a mystery in here. Let's see what your letter is from your ancestors. We have, dear our beautiful descendant, you are absolutely phenomenal. You exude beauty, grace, triumph, even at times when you cannot see it. We could not have asked for a more miraculous soul to take the reins and further our journey into a new age, into new light. We are always here for you, whether you see us or not. We know your pain. We've walked it 1,000,000 times, and you have too. We know all too well what it's like to live a life in constant resistance. We know. Well, child, that's what happens when you're a wayshorer, trailblazer, healer. When you're here to overcome obstacles, fear, doubt, and lead others into a new way. Sweet child, we love you. You're doing just fine. We love you so much. So don't be afraid to shine. Don't be afraid to believe that you can radically change the world, because you can, because we did. We love you. We honor you. Thank you. Love, your ancestors. I love that energy. I am so sorry, group 3, that it almost forgot. Like, it almost slipped my mind. Ooh, yeah. This is, and it's so funny because that helped me to realize, group 3 is definitely the trailblazer energy. This is definitely the weird, crazy, authentic energy that kind of like brings a different element into life, that allows you to like be the highest level of who you want to be as a being. So now we're gonna wrap it up. I do apologize for that. It completely slipped my mind. Ooh. All right. As you know, take what resonates, group 3, and allow the rest to fall away. If you did enjoy this video, go ahead and hit it with a like. And you can also consider subscribing to help my channel grow and flourish and help me in the algorithm. So that's always really cool too. And I really do appreciate that. And thank you. So that's all we have. And I will see you next time, group 3. Bye-bye. Hello, group 4, for all of our friends who chose the honey cow site today. I do apologize for not doing the close-up in the intro. I completely forgot. I don't know why it just slipped me. But so what we'll be doing today is we'll be getting to messages from your ancestors. So we have a letter, some automatic writing I did earlier that I just channeled and got some messages from them. Then we have chakra wisdom cards for information about the chakra that they're helping you to work through or work with. And then we have an intuitive message from my spiritual team. And then we have a Mother Earth Mandala for more messages, but we'll set those to the side for now. And what we'll do is use tarot and get into what energy your ancestors are bringing into your life right now, and what challenges are they helping you to surmount, or what are they helping you to realize. What are you realizing, group 4, with the help of your ancestors? I'm sorry that I put my arms on the table when I'm shuffling. Oh, we have the Emperor. We have the Sun. Oh, you're not trusting your own light. You're not trusting your own radiance, group 4. What is that? And then we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, you're definitely immediately. It was like you're not trusting your own light. Five of Swords in reverse. Emperor energy is coming through, like wanting to free you of this uncertainty. Wow, the King of Pentacles out again. I think he was in maybe 3 of the 4 piles. It was very interesting. Come through, King. Come through. So we have the Five of Swords in reverse, feeling very, very inclined to go over here with the Emperor. Then we have the Nine of Cups, and we have the Two of Cups in reverse. Okay, so this energy is coming through like very, very strongly. Your ancestors want you to know. They want you to trust your inner being. They want you to trust your own radiance. It feels like there's this fear of trusting your own radiance. Like they're like saying you're not hopeless. Like you're not hopeless. You're not helpless. Whatever your thoughts are regarding love and whatever your thoughts are regarding fulfillment in life. It's like you may not understand it now, but it is happening, even if it doesn't look like it. I feel like this Emperor energy is coming through with this very like strong, powerful. There's like a definite level of like masculinity here, where it's like get it together, like defeat this insecurity. It feels like just defeating this insecurity. Like you don't have to like you don't have to incriminate yourself. You don't have to like constantly incriminate yourself in order to be a healed or healthy being. I feel like this fear of trusting your own radiance is coming through as like, it's almost like resisting your self-security, like your self-sustainability, or like your self-sufficiency. Like the Queen of Pentacles energy, it's like halting your creativity and your ability to grow, because you're trapped in this insecurity that tells you that you are not enough. Like you have to like do things a very forced way, or maybe like a very like off way. Like you don't have to cheat, you don't have to do any cheating, you don't have to do anything that is like not leading you to where, like you don't have to like step outside of yourself to like compromise your integrity in order to get to where you need to go. Like just be patient and work with yourself every day. Like you don't have to like force anything. I'm sorry for all the noise in the back. I have no clue what's happening. But you're being asked to like by your ancestors to like challenge your insecurity. They were like, what do you think we did? You know? Like that's how they're coming through. They're like, what do you think we did? We challenged our insecurity, you know, and it's hard to say that because, you know, a lot of times with our ancestors who are still alive, you know, and our seniors, our elders, a lot of times you don't see them really challenging their insecurities, but a lot of times in their life they did, especially when they were younger, you know. Look at some of our leaders in the way that they probably were fearful of challenging the status quo in certain things that were happening, but they still did it, you know. It's like kind of like breaking this mold, or like breaking something that feels almost like wrong to break, or like thinking a way that's not what you would like do traditionally, you know, like it's basically breaking out of this like societal insecurity, like thinking that everything has to be done a certain way, or everything will manifest a certain way, or like if I do X, Y, Z, I will produce X, Y, and Z. And I feel like you're kind of being asked to not think of it that way anymore, which is very funny. It feels like there's a essence of magical energy here that wants to step in and have more of a hand in what's going on here. Like I feel like your ancestors want to offer you more of their energy. Even your spiritual guides want to offer you more of their energy, but they need permission from you for that level of fulfillment and for that level of support and like, synergy. Because it seems like you're the type of person where you're just like, you don't like things coming to you easily. However, when things don't begin to go your way, then it's almost like you cower and you're just like, okay, like I have to do something. Like, I don't know if I got to go the ski mask way to do this, but whatever way I have to fulfill this thing, I have to make sure that I get it done. And I think that right now, I'm sorry about but I think right now your ancestors are challenging you to believe more and like trust more in their energy, trust more in their offering, the energy that they're offering you and your spiritual team as well. Like, trust more in the magic of life, because it just feels like there's like a new energy here that you're playing with. There's just like a new level of thinking that you're playing with. And it's like this fulfillment is trying so hard to like break through to you. But you're just being asked to trust this energy, like trust the way that this is happening and unfolding. Introduce more love and gratitude into your life, more unconditional love for you and those around you, but don't cower, is what I'm hearing. They're like really, really adamant about this. Like, please do not cower. Wow. It just feels like there's definitely like a lot connecting. Like there's a lot connecting. Like there's a lot of dots connecting here with this group. And your ancestors are just like, we don't want you to think that we're not like coming through for you, because there's always support. Like, we literally lift you up on our wisdom, our backs, everything that we've done in our lives, what we've died for, what we've sacrificed time, energy in our bodies and our lives for. You literally stand upon that. You live on that. So there's always support, always guidance they want you to know, but they want to have even more trust, They're like, like if you want something, ask and watch it unfold. Just like you do like a chore, right? Like you do something, so you do it. But there's still the process of doing that thing, right? So like if you're setting intentions and you're saying, I want to be strong, okay, but there's still the process of building that strength, right? Like, I want to be emotionally strong. There's a process of building that strength. And we have to go through that process in order to build the strength, right? And I honestly feel like your ancestors and your guides who are coming through and saying, like, you can build strength too, and it doesn't always have to be through hardship and through cowering and through fear. They're saying that you can build strength through vulnerability and softness and firmness in a way that's not so abrasive, and also boundaries. They're saying that you can build strength that way as well. So it doesn't always have to be like you have to go through this very, very deep struggle or this very, very deep challenge in order to build strength, or to build whatever you're processing or whatever you're wanting to build. It doesn't, like they're saying too, like, ask for more ease, ask for more mercy, ask for more grace, and actually believe that you can live that life and like forgive yourself too. Because you're another group, I feel like you're trying to atone for something before you trust your radiance. Because it almost feels like I don't want to ask for this thing from my ancestors and from my spiritual team and from the universe, but also not be able to afford it. Almost like your fear of weighing your heart against a feather. And you're saying like you don't want to ask for the sun, but not be able to afford the sun. It's like your ancestors are like, you're beautiful in every way, and they're literally saying, if you think that we didn't make the same mistakes and the same, if you honestly think that we didn't go through the same thing, you're very, very, very mistaken. they're saying that you're going through the same type of processes and the same type of like healing, you know, in just a journey. You're just going through a journey of life. And there's just a lot of twists and turns that are just like, you know, they're just there. But they're like just saying like too, like there's something about you where you can introduce another level of being, like you can just play with another level of awareness, basically. There's also this odd fear here too of connecting that they're trying to like get you out of, and I feel like they want to connect with you, like it's like I feel like they want to connect with you in like the astral plane and like the ancestral plane, like they actually want you to like dream and set the intention and even put a you know, a stone or a crystal under your pillow in order to go there. It's interesting, but this feels like a very spiritual, this feels like probably the most spiritual group out of them all. Like it's almost like you're under some type of like spiritual training. And because you're like being asked to like embody this and ground this and like model this and teach this to others. It's almost like some ascended master energy or something. That's very interesting, group 4. Well, you do have the honey cow side, which my honey cow side I always like associated with like leadership, leading, counseling. Very, very powerful, actually, like emperor energy. So that's funny how the emperor kind of came out for that. Yeah, it's like this is like about like trusting your inner radiance and your inner being, following your heart, doing the thing, having fun doing it, and also undergoing some type of like spiritual training. There's some type of spiritual training happening here. And it's like your ancestors want to help you train spiritually. Your spiritual team wants to help you train spiritually, because I feel like there's some type of like spiritual talent that you have that is being unwoven, is being unlocked, and it's kind of like it's something that is kind of like it's very unseen. It's almost like a bridging of your polarities that is happening here. But you need to release some form of like judgment of yourself. They can't like judge yourself and hate yourself through this. That's just not gonna work. Like they're saying, do the opposite of that. Like do the opposite of that and actually like love yourself through this and love yourself first. Free yourself first, and then you're gonna move forth to like free other beings. And that I feel like that's the spiritual training that you're undergoing, because you have some type of like talent or gift that's like being unlocked, that's going to lead to a very, very high levels of abundance, and I'm hearing purity, and connection, ecstasy, but you're just undergoing the spiritual training. Like they're literally saying you're fine, you're doing just fine where you are right now, you're just undergoing spiritual training, and they're asking to like connect with them in a deeper way, or like even like I'm hearing like lucid dreaming. Like they want you to connect with them more spiritually. Like even if you have to like research them, like watch videos, but also like before you go to bed, like they're also saying like you can have like a specific like chant or prayer that you come up with for your ancestors. They're saying write it down intuitively. So like do some automatic writing, like write on the top of the, like grab a piece of paper and put it on top of a page and say like, this is my ancestral prayer, and just write whatever comes out intuitively. They're saying that you like will help you write, like will help you to get what you need. Interesting. There's somebody else you're meeting on the astral plane too. Like there's definitely some type of like love interest, or like some type of community, or some type of like deep connection with somebody who is amongst the living that you're connecting with too, like like telepathically or like intuitively. in like your dream state or the astral plane or something like that. I'm also hearing reach higher. They kind of want you to like bump up your standards a little bit too. It's like bump up what you believe, especially out of a romantic partnership. I'm here. Bump up what you believe you're worthy of receiving. I'm not sure why. Okay, it does feel like there's energy here. We have the king and queen over here. It does feel like there's an energy of here of like two people coming together and collaborating and like creating this very, very big, beautiful thing, or like supporting each other in a very big, beautiful way. But it almost feels like it's the feminine energy, or the feminine essence rather, whoever, you know, which one of that would be, who's like the king is like waiting for. Like he's just waiting for her to like unfold and unravel so that she's more open to this connection. And it feels like currently she's just opening. And it feels scary to her, but she's opening. Because like once you open up to this like sun energy, then we have the wish fulfillment. And it seems like this is what you're doing. Like you're opening, you're blossoming for sure. It's just like, you're just in the process of that unfolding. This is definitely like, yeah, this is definitely like whoever like this person is for you. Like this is you too when you're younger, and this is you too when you like grow older together. This is definitely like a grow old type energy. It's definitely some type of community or romantic type energy, or like taking like you and your romantic partner building a community. And this is all like in divine order and by divine design, and like it's all like divinely timed, so like, you don't have to worry about it. But they want you to connect with them more, like spiritually. Connect with us more spiritually. You're doing just fine, but we want you to ask us for more support. Like dead this insecurity that we're not here. Dead any of your, we want to help release you of any security. Like it's like they want to come through and like really, really confirm for you what is happening in your life, but they need your permission. Like they need you to be more open to it. Interesting. They're asking for trust. They're asking you for trust. So let's get into your cards and see what we have here, your oracle cards. So the chakra wisdom cards we have today from your ancestors are creative manifestation. Yep. I have the ability to manifest and create positive outcomes in my life. It is a time for me to manifest what I need. I ask myself, what do I need? I'm optimistic and creative in carrying out all the tasks that come my way, even seemingly mundane ones, and I maintain a positive attitude in all I do. I am open to receive, and I am deserving. Yep. You know, just coming through with that confirmation. They just want you to be more open to receive this energy. Because it seems like you're the person who like, yeah, I'm open to receive. I've been open to receive, but you still like curse it and still like, and they hold you in that, and they love you, and they watch you just like a baby having a tantrum, but they want you to like open up and trust. Like there's a level of trust that still feels wishy-washy, they're saying. And they don't want like, it's coming from the Five of Swords, and they don't want the wishy-washy. They want to come through and confirm, but you have to trust them. And our second card we have is unconditional love with the fourth chakra. Yay! I allow myself to be open to giving and receiving love without fear of rejection. I give without expecting recognition or acknowledgement in return. When I am loving to others, I am helping bring out the innate love within them so they also feel uplifted, worthy, and cared for. I love myself the way I am, not the way I was or could be, and I extend this love to others. I teach others how to love and respect me by how I love and respect myself. Yep. There's definitely something that you're going to be like teaching to your community, but it's something that you're learning right now. So that's why they're like, in order for you to be open to receive, you have to trust. But in order for you to trust, you have to like love and respect yourself, and love and respect and trust your intuitive promptings. And that all comes to how you value yourself. That's all about how you value yourself. It's all about how you value yourself, group 4. It's all about the value that you see in yourself. Are you worthy? Are you worthy of this connection? Like I was saying, they were like, up your standards. But you have to know that you're worthy and open to receive, because it seems like you have been demanding almost, like, I want to receive this. I am open to receive. I'm doing the thing. But they're like, but you have to know that you're worthy. It can't be wishy-washy. They don't want it to be wishy-washy. They still love you, but they want more than wishy-washy. And then our intuitive message from the Dawnbringer spiritual team is 2 of Cups again. I need to say, I respond openly and maturely to conflict. Together, we can overcome any difficulty. I love that. So if you are in a partnership right now, I love how that's coming through. But also, this is like, it's almost like a reinforcement of the energy of like trusting your own value and trusting your own worth, like, because like whatever you're going through, whatever this difficulty over here is with the 5 of Swords or this insecurity, like you can do it. And I feel like your ancestors are coming through again with this card and saying like we can overcome this together, but we need you to be more open to our energy. And then our Mandala Oracle card we have today for group 4 is wow, that's funny. This is just a huge confirmation with Moon Candy. So I'm going to go ahead and go over to the book and read this for you all. I just feel like the book is so potent. This is, if I'm not mistaken, the last card. Oh no, it's not. Gratitude is the last card. So we have 42 with Moon Candy. This mandala was created during the Indian celebration of Navratri. The sacred feminine energy coming through this triple moon symbol is very present around you, bringing a little bit of chaos among the order. But do not doubt its healing power. It's all about knowing yourself better. Encountering new challenges will help you redefine priorities and connect with your deepest strengths. Just like the ocean tides, the cycles of the moon influence your emotions in ways you can hardly imagine. Take the time to step back and recognize what really comes from you and what simply is channeled through you in synchrony with the current waves of energy. Yeah, definitely. This is like having more value and more trust in yourself. And like I was saying too, trusting yourself spiritually. You know, like they were saying, like the energy that's flowing through you, like what are you channeling? This is probably why they want to connect deeper with you too, especially when it comes to like your spiritual talents or gifts, because they understand like how important it is and how important it is to protect you. So let's get into the letter that your ancestors have for you today. It feels like they're definitely like, we have to protect you. You have to like come to us because we need to protect you. We have, dear our beautiful descendant, you are our angel. You are our angel. We love you to bits and pieces. We love to see you heal, break these damn generational curses, move through generational trauma, and give our lineage a second chance. Thank you. You do more than you know by introducing ease, grace, mercy, truth, love, and forgiveness into your own life and the lives of those around you. This is the work, baby. You're doing it, and you're going to be just fine. You're exactly where you need to be. We're heavily protecting you and your destiny. No, and we mean no weapon formed against you shall prosper. None, nada. Understand that. Nobody, no thing shall keep you away from the life that Spirit has prepared for you. So don't even worry about it. This is the work. This is the foundation. We're building it with you. Love, your ancestors. Yep, I love how it's coming through. Kind of want to cry, low-key. Wow, group 4. That's really beautiful. That's really beautiful. That's probably just, not even probably. That's why they want to connect with you so deeply, because they know how important it is to protect you and to get you to where you're going. That's beautiful. Oof. All right, group 4. That is all the energy we're picking up today from our ancestors. And I really, really, really hope that if there was a message in the reading for you today, that it did find you and you found it. Of course, if it did not resonate, that is absolutely okay. Just take what did and the rest will fall away. You are under no obligation to carry anything that is not yours. If you did enjoy this video, go ahead and hit that like button and consider subscribing as well so that you know when new messages have arrived. And it does help my channel grow and flourish and, helps the algorithm. So that's also a really nice way to, support me, which is cool if you like my vibe and my energy, of course. And that's all I have for you all today. And I really, really do hope, Group 4, that I will see you next time. Bye-bye.